Hello there and welcome to TCM. I'm Alicia Malone. We have a fun start to your Sunday afternoon right now with a screwball comedy featuring two stars at the height of their fame, Cary Grant and Myrna Loy. Not a bad way to spend the day. From 1948, it's Mr. Blandings builds his dream house. Grant and Loy play a happily married couple whose plans to renovate their country home threaten to change that happy status. And if you've ever been through a remodeling project yourself, you know that the possibilities for mishaps are endless. Not so great to go through it, but very entertaining for us watching. The story is based on a novel by Eric Hodgins, a magazine executive who wrote about his own experiences of renovating what he hoped would be his dream house in Milford, Connecticut. But he ended up going bankrupt in the process. It was a story that really resonated with movie audiences at the time. Many were new homeowners themselves, as soldiers had only recently come home from World War II. They started families and soon after contributed to a post-war housing boom. Grant was on loan from David O. Selznick's company, Vanguard Films. Selznick was hoping this would be the start of a Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy-like pairing between Grant and Loy. The two had already appeared in a couple of films together, the 1935 adventure story Wings in the Dark and the light comedy The Bachelor and the Bobby Soxer from 1947. And they are a great team here, but it ended up being the final movie they made together. It's also a film that Myrna Loy called a joy to make, sheer heaven from beginning to end. Here they are also with the wonderful Melvyn Douglas forming a potential love triangle. From RKO in 1948, directed by H.C. Potter, this is Mr. Blandings Builds His Dream House. At the time he made Mr. Blandings Builds His Dream House, Cary Grant was riding high as a top 10 draw at the box office. He was also becoming a very smart businessman. During contract negotiations, Grant and his agent started to include language where he not only received a base salary for his acting work, but after 7 years, he would also get 10% of the film's gross. Studios at the time didn't think much of it. Televisions were just starting to appear in homes in the late 1940s and early 50s, and obviously VHS tapes, DVDs, and TCM were still a long way in the future. They weren't thinking about all of that, so the studios agreed, and Cary Grant ultimately became a very rich man. Today, deals like this are extremely common. Every actor worth their salt tries to get points on a movie, but back then it was unheard of. And this was not Cary Grant's only production of Mr. Blandings. A year later, in 1949, he starred in a radio broadcast of the story with Irene Dunne that became a popular hit. And in 1950, he and his wife, Betsy Drake, also co-starred in a radio version. Keep watching TCM because up next, Michael Curtiz directs Rosalind Russell in a biopic about writer Louise Randall Pearson. Back soon.
Next on TCM, Roughly Speaking. Then, Kiss Me Kate. And later, The Gypsy Moths. Spread your wings with TCM today.